Right, hello again. I'm going to have another go at this little format that I tried not too long ago, which is getting as many points as possible while guessing the wrong country. I think the last time I tried it, my highest was about 20.4, 20.5k. So I'm going to see if I can beat that. There's always a bit of luck because if you get massive countries, a little bit harder. Because you're less likely to be near a border, basically. Australia's the worst offender, as I'm sure we'll see at some point. So the first one, got a yellow plate on the back. And I'm kind of thinking it's France. Definitely doesn't seem like the UK. Doesn't seem like anywhere else in Europe that might have yellow plates. So France kind of comes to mind. Definitely seems southern with the terrain. So I go for Italy and end up pretty much as close as I can get. Second one, this is Japan. We've got some typical cars and some writing, but it definitely feels like Hokkaido with the architecture and the trees. So I end up going right at the bottom of Sakhalin, and again get about as many points as I can. This one, dry, so you kind of instantly think of South America. Well, dry, mountainous, which gives off the impression of South America. And I put it in Chile thinking it's probably Peru, but we end up just a little bit further away than I would have liked, and I would have been better off going in Brazil. A lot of really dry areas around Lima, which is quite a tough one for this mode, because if you're around Lima, there's not really a country that's that close. You're always doomed to get under 3k points. This one seems like Canada, so I go up in Maine. Fairly confident that it's this eastern part of Canada. End up pretty close. Could have done a tiny bit better. This time got kind of those Turkish arrow signs on the road, so I put it in Greece. I think I maybe thought there was a slight chance it was Bulgaria as well, which was why I was slightly hedging. But we end up close to 20k there. Some pretty good guesses. It's just the South America one that didn't really pick up all those points on. So we'll go again. Belgian flag there, so guarantees us 4 point something k, I would say. Put it in Maastricht, and we're good. That's about as many points as you can normally hope to get. This one's Australia, so I kind of know that we're not really going to be getting many points. Put it in New Zealand, nothing you can do there. 600 points. This one, I'm kind of not 100% sure if it's Turkey or Russia at first. The sign makes me think Russia. I turn around and the other signs we can see behind us make me 100% sure. Stick it there because it's in that kind of Altai region. But still, big distances we're talking about, so drop 1,500 points. Next one. I think this one's a bit tricky. Kind of thinking, I was wondering for a second if it could be Balkan, but it doesn't really all add up. Architecture's not quite right, but can't really. When I zoom in here, it says résidence with the accent over the E, so kind of makes you think it's French. And I really should have clocked that it was Corsica here, because that Alzu, that letter U there is slightly unusual. Something you see a lot in Sardinia, so that would make you think Corsica. Looks like classic Senegal, kind of African-looking trees. Just turn around and see if there are any more specific clues. Not really, probably worth a guess there. But yeah, not going to be a massive total, mainly because of that Australia one. I mean, if we'd had a good, if we had a bit more luck with that location, that could have been a 22k game. This time, South American looking mountains and architecture. Yellow plates make you think it's probably Colombia. Kind of go for Ecuador, thinking it could be southern. and it is near Cali. This is Turkey on the Black Sea coast for sure. I kind of jump into Bulgaria without really considering that eastern side. Georgia would have been an amazing guess there. And I didn't really look around. I don't know if that would have helped that much. A lot of the Black Sea coast looks sort of like that, so I don't think I'll necessarily change my guess. This time Australia again, so I know we're doomed in terms of points, so no point in trying to be too accurate. Seems like Switzerland, kind of those types of country roads they have. So I guess in Germany. Yeah, but I'm, again, because of the Australia one, points total, never going to be great. Kind of assume this is Ghana. Stick it over here and end up very close. It's nice. But yeah, Australia again proving to be the one that catches you out. I feel like almost everywhere else it's possible to save some points, even if it's US or sometimes. I mean, there are obviously some Russia ones which will completely kill your score, but Australia is the one that will always kill your score. And I guess New Zealand as well. Kind of assume this one's Eswatini, which it is. This one, what do we see here? Ah, yeah, we've got an interstate, and we know we're in Arizona. It's 8, so given that we're a bit closer to the 8, I kind of shift my guess along a little bit, which does pay off because we're right there, about as close as I could be. Looks like Brazil with the soil on the road. The trees don't really make it look like any other continent. I'm not sure why, but yeah, Brazil can be a tough. If you're in that northeastern part of Brazil, you're never going to get good points. This one's just Denmark, so I kind of just go for Sweden. Kind of assuming I can't really do much more than that, but actually Germany would have been very close, but we're only talking about 600 points or so. But yeah, Brazil let me down. Right, let's jump into another one. I think this is Canada. I'd go there. No, it's US. So scrap that. Got the right country. What happens here? Right, this is British Isles, but I'm not particularly sure where. Maybe there's a camera clue that I forgot about, but it says Balacoil or something, which sounds unbelievably Irish. So I kind of assume we're in Ireland. Ends up being Isle of Man, so can't continue that. So we need to start again. This is Turkey there with the language and the kind of accents they have on their letters, all that kind of thing. I kind of go for I think I'm going for Syria this time, which is slightly closer than Bulgaria would have been. Spanish language. So in Latin America somewhere. It's tropical. Got the cross on the back of the sign, which we associate with Colombia. Not the vegetation and stuff makes me think it's quite near the sea. So I go in Panama, and it is very close near Monteria. This one is Chile with the dry mountains and the kind of good quality road surface. I probably underthink this one. I go kind of thinking to myself, oh, it's right in the north of Chile, but kind of get a little bit caught out. Could have been so much closer by going in Argentina, but I didn't really think of that. I thought it was going to be far enough north that it wouldn't really matter. So I could have gone along that kind of eastern edge somewhere. Dropped quite a lot of points doing that. This one, it's definitely Belgium or Netherlands. We've got one plate from each country, so a little bit of a gamble. So I actually go with Germany just to keep myself safe. Ends up being near that area where they've got all those little borders, which kind of makes sense given them different number plates. We've got Emiliano Zapata, so that means it's Mexico. Wait, did that say HGO? I think I missed that the first time around, so maybe it's Hidalgo. Wait, no, we've got something here. Yeah. I mean, I know this is a region, but I'm not seeing it, and I probably just run out of patience. I guess the lesson from this is every time it's a state that doesn't come up on the map, you're best zooming into the Mexico City area, because that's where a lot of the smaller ones are, and you will find them if you zoom in, but I just didn't quite have the knowledge or patience. Need to, brush up on some of those, because I was quite good at them. Right. Still haven't found that good score quite yet, even though there have been some good guesses. Is this Belgium? Yeah, it would be... I kind of assume it would be southern here, just because of the terrain. So I go in Luxembourg. It's actually annoyingly just right by Lille, actually. So, a little bit annoying. This one is Japan. Classic Japanese roofs. I don't go for Russia. I go for South Korea. I think there's a decent chance we're over on this side. Which we are. And this one... Now the first thing... Okay, what do we have? Yeah, it seems like it's going to be Argentina, because we've got mountains to the west. And then it says Chosmalal, which I recognise as a town name. And I know it's somewhere along this border, well, partly because of the mountains, but also because I've seen this town multiple times. I can't remember how far north or south it is. And there we see it up there. So I'm going to have to go in Chile, just level with the town. Could be on for a good score here. This one, what am I doing here? I'm zooming into Turkey. Okay. Fair enough. Little bit unsure of where this is going to be. I end up with a Cyprus thinking it could be kind of central. Let's see. Not quite. It's actually quite far northeast. You think it'd be a bit greener once you're that far in that direction. There's Greece. So I go right on the tip of this little peninsula. Getting close there. So I actually get the best score I've ever got. Didn't necessarily have too many great rounds, but that's just how it goes. I think I just got, a bit luckier that time with places that were nearer to borders, which is what lets you get the points. You can have a round where you get 4 insane guesses, and then 1 Australia, which just robs you of all those points. So I guess that's how it goes. Same with Geoguessr generally. Often the games where you do your best aren't necessarily the ones you're happiest with, but just the ones where a little bit of luck allows you to have that consistency. Because I've had so many games, I've had 4 unbelievable rounds, whether it's moving or no moving, and then you just get that one that trips you up. But the ones where you set your records are always the ones where you don't feel like you've done anything too special necessarily, but just consistent. Right, so I was quite pleased with that one, because I thought it might be kind of Friesland because of the architecture. It's just a little bit weird. No offense to Geography Challenged, but pleased for recognising that. Anyway, this time, again, architecture giving me a certain feel. Given that it's France, I really feel like we're in that kind of Ardennes kind of area. I go for Luxembourg. I mean, we're not far away at all. And this looks like Brazil. A bit of language to help out. Architecture kind of makes it a lot easier as well. Get the impression that this isn't going to be one where we're going to get a lot of points. So where I was hovering my mouse there, that's the kind of area where it's a bit of a black hole for points in this mode. So one more. Yeah, it's Brazil again. This time I have a very good sense because of the trees that it's going to be in the south. So I'll put it right up here in Argentina. And it's good. About as good as it could have been. So another one over 20k. So yeah, I really enjoy that mode. 21, I think I got about 21,250. That seems to be the score to beat. It's definitely doable. It's more luck driven than most Geoguessr modes, but what can you do? Anyway, thanks a lot for watching and see you soon.